Good morning, student. In our last video, we have discussed about strength. Today, we will discuss about endurance. Endurance, it is an ability of an individual to continue an activity for a long period of time. Or we can say endurance, it is the ability to resist fatigue. Okay, endurance. Endurance, it is the ability to continue an activity for a long period of time. Okay, endurance means the ability to continue an activity for a long period of time. Endurance, it is required for almost all game and sports like hockey, badminton, football, volleyball, basketball, etc. Endurance, it is of two types. Endurance, it is of two types. Short-term endurance and long-term endurance. Short-term endurance, it is also known as anaerobic. Anaerobic endurance. Okay, anaerobic endurance or muscular endurance. Muscular endurance. And long-term endurance, it is also known as aerobic. Aerobic endurance or cardiovascular endurance. Cardio endurance. These are the two types of endurance. Endurance means the ability to continue an activity for a long period of time. It is of two types, short-term endurance, long-term endurance. Short-term endurance, it is helpful when the activity is done with high speed. Okay, short-term endurance, it is helpful when the activity is done with high speed. Short-term endurance, it is of two types. Short-term endurance, it is of two types: speed endurance and muscular endurance. Speed endurance, the activity is done with high speed. Okay, in short-term endurance, the activity is done with high speed. Short-term endurance, it is of two types: speed endurance and strength endurance. So, short-term endurance, it is helpful when the activity is done with high speed. It is of two types: speed endurance and strength endurance. Speed endurance means the activity is done with high speed for short duration. Okay, the distance is short and the speed is high. We do the activity with high speed, high intensity for short duration. For examples in swimming. For example, swimming, 400-meter running, etc. And strength endurance, the activity is done with high strength. The strength is high for short duration. Okay, in short duration, strength endurance, the activity is done with powerfully for short durations. For examples in boxing, wrestling, etc. The strength is high and we do the activity for short duration. These are the two types of strength endurance. Speed endurance, we do the activity with high speed for short durations. For example, swimming, 100-meter sprint, 400 meters. And strength endurance, in strength endurance, the activity is done powerfully for short duration. For example, boxing, judo, wrestling, etc. Short-term endurance, it is also known as aerobic endurance. Anaerobic means in the absence of oxygen. We do the activity in the absence of oxygen, therefore it is also known as anaerobic endurance. Muscular endurance, it is also known as muscular endurance because we do the activity from the energy present in our muscle. Next is long-term endurance. In long-term endurance, we do the activity for long durations and the speed is medium. Okay, the speed is medium, slow, and we do the activity for long duration. For example, 100-meter running, road cycling, marathon running, etc. Long-term endurance, it is also known as aerobic. Aerobic means presence of oxygen. We do the activity in the presence of oxygen. Therefore, it is known as aerobic endurance. And cardiovascular endurance, we do in the presence of oxygen. So, these are the two types of endurance. Short-term endurance and long-term endurance. Endurance means the ability of an individual to continue an activity for a long period of time. It is of two types, short-term endurance, long-term endurance. In short-term endurance, the activity is done with high speed for short duration. And long-term endurance, we do the activity with medium speed for long duration. We do the activity for long durations with medium speed. Endurance, there are various methods to develop endurance. Endurance can be developed with the help of continuous training methods, interval training methods and fatigue training methods. These are the three training methods through which we can develop our endurance. Okay. Training methods to develop endurance. First, continuous training methods. Continuous training methods. In continuous training methods, the activity is done continuously for for long period of time. There is no interval. Okay, in continuous training methods, it is the oldest form of training methods. In continuous training methods, we do the activity continuously for a long period of time. Continuous training methods, it is of three types: slow continuous training methods, fast continuous training methods, and variable continuous training methods. Okay, continuous training methods, it is of type. It is of three types: slow continuous training methods, slow continuous training methods, fast continuous training methods, fast continuous training, and variable continuous training method. Variable continuous training methods. These are the three types of continuous training methods. Okay, continuous training methods, slow continuous training methods, fast continuous training methods, and variable continuous training methods. In slow continuous training methods, the activity is done with slow speed for long durations. Okay, the duration is long. We do the activity for long durations with slow speed, with medium speed. And in fast continuous training methods, we do the activity with high speed for short duration. And in variable continuous training methods, it is the combinations of short-term and fast continuous training methods. Okay, variable continuous training methods, it is the combination of slow and fast continuous training methods. Sometimes we do the activities fast and sometimes we do the activities slow. Okay, slow continuous training methods, we do the activity with slow speed. Okay, our speed is slow for long distance, across 10 to 20 kilometers. 10 to 20 kilometers. We do the activity for across 10 to 20 kilometers with high speed, with slow speed. Okay, the distance is 10 to 20 kilometers. Distance is across 10 to 20 kilometers, and we do the activity with slow speed. Our speed is 50 to 70%. Our speed is 50 to 70% of best. Okay, and in slow continuous training methods, our fatigue is high. Fast continuous training methods. In fast continuous training methods, we do the activity with fast speed, with maximum speed for short durations. Distance is across 5 to 10 kilometers. 5 to 10 kilometers, and our speed is fast. Our speed is 70 to 90%. 70 to 90% of best. Okay, in fast continuous training methods, we do the activity for long durations, for short durations, and our speed is high. Okay, the workout is performed with fast speed, with maximum speed for short durations. And variable continuous training methods, it is the combination of slow and fast continuous training methods. In variable continuous training method, in variable continuous training methods, the workout is done in variation. Sometimes our speed is slow and sometimes our speed is fast. Okay, in variable continuous training methods, it is the combinations of slow and fast continuous training methods. Our speed is sometimes slow and sometimes fast, and the distance is across 10 to 15 kilometers. 10 to 15 kilometers, and our speed, and we keep our speed 40 to 100% of 40 to 100% of best. Okay, 40 to 100% of the best. These are the types of continuous training methods. Okay, continuous training methods, we do the activity continuously without any break in between the workout. It is of three types: slow continuous training methods, fast continuous training methods, and variable continuous training methods. Slow continuous training methods, we do the workout for long durations and our speed is slow. Okay, our speed is slow and the duration of workout is more. And in fast continuous training methods, we do the activity for short durations and our speed is fast. We do the activity with fast speed, with maximum speed. And variable continuous training methods, it is a combination of slow and fast speed. Sometimes our speed is slow and sometimes our speed is fast. This is about the continuous training methods. Next training methods is interval training methods. Interval training methods, it helps to develop the endurance. Interval training methods. Next is interval. Interval training methods. Interval training methods. In interval training methods, the total workout is divided into interval and incomplete rest is given in between the workout. We follow the principles of workout and incomplete recovery. Okay, we follow the principles of effort and incomplete recovery. Okay, in interval training methods, the total workout is divided into intervals and we give the rest, incomplete rest in between the workout. For example, workout, incomplete, rest, workout, okay, workout, incomplete rest, workout, incomplete rest, incomplete rest, workout, and so on. This principle we follow in interval training methods. In interval training methods, the total workout is divided into intervals and incomplete rest is given in between the workout. Interval training methods, It is of two types: slow interval training methods and fast interval training methods. Slow interval training methods and second is fast interval training methods. These are the two methods of interval training methods. In slow interval training methods, one thing student remember that whenever we do the activity with slow speed, it had to develop aerobic endurance. Okay, whenever we do the activity with slow speed for long durations, aerobic endurance develop, and whenever we do the activity with fast speed, whenever our speed is fast, and aerobic endurance develop. Okay, whenever we do the activity with high speed, it has to develop an aerobic endurance. In slow interval training methods, it's helped to develop aerobic endurance, because in slow interval training methods we do the activity with slow speed. Okay, our speed is slow, whereas the distance is long. Okay, we do the activity with slow or medium speed for a long durations of time. For examples, long distance running, swimming, etc. In slow interval training methods, the distance is across 5 to 10 kilometers. 5 to 10 kilometers. Okay, the distance is 5 to 10 kilometers, and our speed is 60 to 80% of our best. 60 to 80%. In fast interval training methods, we do the activity with fast speed. Our speed is high for a short durations. Okay, the distance is across in fast interval training methods is about 2 to 5 kilometers. 2 to 5 kilometers, and our speed is high. So here's the speed is our speed is 80 to 100%. 80 to 100% of the best. These are the two methods of interval training methods: slow interval training methods, fast interval training methods. Interval training methods means the total workout is divided into intervals, and incomplete rest is given in between the workout, rest, and so on. It is of two types: slow interval training methods and fast interval training methods. In slow interval training methods, the exercise is done for long durations with slow speed, and in fast interval training methods, we do the activity for short duration with fast speed, with high speed. Next is, what are the advantages of interval training methods? Advantages of interval training methods. Advantages of interval training methods is interval training methods. It's help to develop both aerobic and anaerobic endurance. Okay, Interval training methods, it's helped to develop both aerobic and anaerobic endurance in less number of time. In less number of days, we can develop high level of endurance. Okay, in less number of days, we can develop high level of endurance. Interval training methods is easy to administer and conduct. Interval training methods, it is useful for all game and sports. Okay, interval training methods, it is useful for almost all game and sports. It is very effective for sprint runner, middle distance runner, long distance runner, etc. And proper adoptions of workout is achieved with the help of interval training methods. This is about the interval training methods. Okay, interval training methods. The total workout is divided into interval and incomplete rest is given in between the workout. And next is footleg training methods. Footleg training methods, it also helps to develop endurance. Okay, footleg training methods. Last is footleg training methods. In footleg training methods, okay, footleg training methods, it is also known as speed play. Okay, footleg training methods, it is also known as speed play. We perform the activity in natural environment. We use natural environment to perform this activity. In footleg training methods, the athlete is free to run from starting point with his own speed. He may run fast, slow, jogging, sitting, running, walking, etc. He is free to use his own speed. He regulates himself. He may use long cut, short cut, running, sitting, walking, etc. Okay, in footleg training methods, we use the natural resource, natural environment to perform these training methods, and the athletes from starting point, is free to run with his own speed. The athletes may use long cut, short cut, speed running, slow running, jogging, running, walking, sitting, etc. But the things to be kept in mind is that he has to reach the finishing point in a desired time. Okay, he has to reach the finishing point in a desired time. From starting point to the ending point, he can do anything, but he has to reach the finishing point in a desired time. Usually, footleg training methods is performed for 1 to 2 hours, and the distance is kept around 10 to 20 kilometers. Okay, footleg training methods, the distance is kept around 10 to 20 kilometers, and the workout is for 1 to 2 hours. For example, in footleg training methods, this is the starting point. This is the starting point. Okay, starting point, and from here the athletes may use long cut, short cut. Okay, the athletes may use long cut, short cut, long cut. He may use short cut. Okay, he may use running, walking, sitting, running, etc. at his own speed and any point. Start from starting point to the end point. He may use long cut, short cut, running, walking, jogging, sitting. Okay, this is a person. Running, walking, jogging, sitting, mixed running, sprint. He is free to use his own speed. This is the Fartlek training methods. Fartlek training methods we perform in the natural environment. The natural environment is used to do the Fartlek training methods, and the athletes regulate himself. Okay, the athletes regulate himself. He is free to use his own speed. He may run fast, run slow, jogging, walking, sitting. He may use long cut, short cut, etc. But the things to be kept in mind is that he has to reach the finishing point in a desired time. And Fartlek training methods, usually the distance is kept around 10 to 20 kilometers, and the time is kept around 1 to 2 hours.